association and hearing the blessings of a sadhu who is completely attached to the Lord. With that person, if you associate with that sadhu, then nishkinchananam navrini naisha matistavad urukramangim is attached to urukrama. Lord Vamandev. Urukramam. Anartha apagamo adartha mahiyasam padarajo abhishekam nishkinchananam navranitayavat. So that is the same point here also. Lord Kapila is instructing Mother Devhuti because Mother Devhuti specifically asked, what is happening? Can you tell me? So that after understanding my plight of this situation, lifetime after lifetime, so that I can become detached. Right now, I don't seem to become detached. I'm still struggling to see things in reality. Shastra Chakshu is not there. I'm not seeing in the lens of Shastra and Sadhu and Guru. I'm seeing with my own, this material eyes, seeing everything in that vision. So that is the context in which we are discussing this, so that we understand. 331:42 Mr. Prabhupada ki jai. Tam atmano vijaniyat pati apatya grahatmakam. This is a little bit grave subject matter. Pay attention, but there is a serious message in it. So it is good for us. Don't see external things and why Bhagavatam is talking about this giving of the family life, cutting the knots. That is not the real message. Real message you will see in the purport. We will look at a couple of examples. As per Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful. What did he instruct to all of us, especially those who are on Grihastha? What does it mean? What is the practical way of life? What Prabhupada has shown, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is what we have to take. Because they are the acharyas. Specifically, Lord has come to deliver us how to do it. He has shown by his own example, and Prabhupada also shown by his own example. So that's what we'll take and understand the real purport. तम आत्मनो विजानीयात् पति अपत्य गृहात्मकं दैव उपसादितं मृत्युं मृगयोर्गायनं यथा तम आत्मनो विजानीयात् पति अपत्य गृहात्मकं दैव उपसादितं मृत्युं मृगयोर्गायनं यथा. This is all, everything is happening by the will of the providence. Many times difficulties also, we have to accept that by the divine supervision, by the will of the providence, just like Vidura has accepted, like Parikshit Maharaj accepted, they are not revolting. Why did I receive this? I don't need this curse. I will not accept this curse. I will reject. He has the power, but he accepted by the will of the providence. Vidura also accepted when Duryodhana said, so throw him out with the last breath. Vidura accepted happily that this is happening by the divine super will. This is for my own good. Let me accept it. And they all perfected in that way. Word to word. Tam, the Lord's Maya, Atmanaha of herself, Vijaniya, she should know, Pati, husband, Apatya, children. So we can see this particular line, these two things in Sukadeva Goswami. All the same thing is telling to Parikshit Maharaj in the beginning of the Deha Patyakalatradishu Atma Sainesu Asatsavi Tesham Pramatto Nidam Paschan Api Napasyati. Same thing here also. Apatya means children. There also is telling what is not to be done. Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami telling. You should not do this because you are not seeing the actual real soul, Atma Tattva. Gruheshu Gruhamedina. Apasyatam Atma Tattvam. You are not seeing your soul, you are constantly attached to this old clothes, new clothes. So when I will get, so all these material things only you are attached instead of seeing the soul, real self. So same thing here also talked about. Gruha, house, Atmakam, consisting of Daiva, by the authority of the Lord, Upasaditam, brought about, Mrutyam, death, Mrugayo of the hunter, Gayanam, singing, Yata, as. We are attracted by the illusory brothers. The hunter may be singing nicely, which is attracting. The deer will fall in its network of illusion, and then he will be ultimately will be cut. Somebody will eat it. So same thing will happen to us if you pay too much attention to the more than required to the external things and the bodily concept of life. Then same thing will happen to us also. So translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Vijay. A woman, therefore, should consider her husband, her house, her children to be the arrangement of the external energy of the Lord for her death. But so this is a grave subject matter. But we have to understand seriously what is in it for us. What is the real message? Just as the sweet singing of the hunter is the death for the deer. Let me repeat. A woman, here it is mentioned woman, and you will see in the purport. Man, woman, both sides there. It's not just one side. The example is there because Mother Devhuti is asking, Lord Kapila, that's why is more talked about from the woman's angle. But it's also from men's, both sides. Problem is not just one side, both sides is there. Woman therefore should consider her husband, her house, her children to be the arrangement of the external energy of the Lord for her death, just as the sweet singing of the hunter is the death for the deer. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yana Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Grim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Denataram Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Mancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhaya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Antagur Vaishnavanti ki Jai, Prabhupada ki Jai. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं श्री रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. 331.42 purport by Sri Prabhupada. Let us see. So we can see from Bhagavad Gita angle, from many books, Nectar Devotion, this subject matter, everywhere the same thing is stressed. Purport by Sri Prabhupada. In these instructions of Lord Kapila Deva, it is explained that not only is a woman the gateway to hell for a man because of the material external skin attraction, but man is also the gateway to hell for women. See, both ways. It is a question of attachment. Where Lord is speaking in Bhagavad Gita, go back to Bhagavad Gita, the transcendental knowledge, 3rd chapter and 4th chapter, look at it, how, what Lord is speaking. 3rd chapter, when Arjuna is asking, I know, I am already aware, why am I forced to engage in this sinful activity? What is that causing? I should not be doing it, I know that, but still I am being plunged into it. What is that? Then Lord is telling that, Kama Yesha, Krodha Yesha, Rajoguna Samadbhava. It is only lust, Arjuna. It is sitting in every place, senses, mind, intelligence, heart. That means this is external attachment. Internally also, attachment is there. So then how do you do it? Then Lord said, you have to practice it. You have to sharpen your knowledge. But then who is paying attention to Sri Prabhupada's message? That is the problem. So Acharya's message, reading and hearing, that is where the problem is. If you pay attention there, then everything is solved. All problems are solved just by the chanting attention and the hearing attention. If we have, then naturally that automatically everything will be fixed. Our detachment will automatically happen. So that's why you will see in 3rd chapter ending last verse, 4th chapter ending last verse. So both are discussing the same point, how to cut these knots of affection. So the 3rd chapter ending last verse is Evam Buddhe Param Buddhva Samstabhya Atma. Samstabhya means controlling senses by the sharpening intelligence, that is by the hearing from the mouth of the Acharya. That is very important because all others cannot speak purely, so purely, because we are still on the path to perfection. We are not pure yet. So, but that's why we have to hear from the pure devotee regularly, at least 10 minutes a day, half an hour a day, regularly. We can't forget him. If we forget him, another life we have to continue. So that we don't want to do. So that's why we have to remember. Somehow or other, we have to make that time. So to hear from Sri Prabhupada, guaranteed we should do. It's a must. It's not an option. Evam buddhe param buddha samstabhya atmanam atma jehi satrum mahabaho kamaropa. This lust, this attachment is the actual real enemy. Kamaropa durasadam. So that's why you have to cut this. And 4th chapter is have to explain. That's why 4th chapter transcendental knowledge is come, because of the 3rd last verse. Then how will you sharpen? You need transcendental. How do you receive it? Through parampara. You can't receive from somebody who's not following parampara, then no point, no use of hearing from them, because it doesn't, nothing is going to happen to you. Class will be very nice, excellent Prabhu, great class. But after that, person will do the same thing. He can't change his heart. Because person who's speaking also, his heart is not, he's not following, he's not hearing from Prabhupada, he's not reading Prabhupada's books. Then how it will work? It won't work. It cannot become fire. Fire will become when you are associated with the fire devotee, that is Prabhupada. So that's why we have to pay attention to his message, his class, what he has to say in the purports. So then naturally, automatically the enlightenment will come. The fourth chapter, transcendental knowledge, that's how Lord speaks, evam parampara praptam. So, and then at the last verse, you will see, chitvainam samsayam yogam, gnana asina atmana, chitvainam. You cut these knots by this transcendental knowledge, this sharp razor. That has been already spoken by Kapila in the previous. Taro kutaram. So take the action, cut this affection, deep attachment. So cut this. Mother Devahuti is submitting. So same thing is the in Bhagavad Gita has been discussed. And I will see that Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, Prabhupada is quoting, same point has been discussed. So a man becomes attached to a woman because of her service, her beauty, and many other assets, both ways. And similarly, a woman becomes attached to a man for his giving her a nice place to live. The Prabhupada says, this is the family life is the path to economic development. So ornaments, dress, and children, it is a question of attachment for one another. As long as either is attached to other for such material enjoyment, the woman is dangerous for the man, and the man is also dangerous for the woman. So in the beginning, it's okay. But after that, we have to realize that this is what we are in. So now that has to be transformed. The material thing has to be transformed to spiritual. How is it? That's why the hearing is the most important. But if the attachment is transferred to Krishna, both of them become Krishna conscious. Then marriage is very nice. Prabhupada himself is making the statement. Sri Rupa Goswami therefore recommends that how to utilize, divert, how to utilize, dovetail everything, the energy, our strength, our resources, our family in the service of the Lord. Then naturally we will not be affected by any of these relationships. Otherwise we will be affected. Another life will continue. Anasaktasya Vishyan, not asakti, but anasaktan Vishyan. Because yatarham upayinjita. To the degree what is possible, maximum possible, we will use in the service of the Lord. Nirbandhe Krishna Samman. This is the real renunciation, not artificially. If you artificially go somewhere else, no, because this is too much problem, then still there also you will have problem. So that is artificial renunciation not going to work. Markad like a monkey or smashan where some situation will become very detached, feel like detached, then now let me go. Now I'm in the right situation. But that because the heart still desire is there. That's why we become angry, we become frustrated, we become upset. We say so many things because based on our activities in this life, previous life, the lust has transformed into anger, frustration, all these things. That's why we immediately react. But through the transcendental knowledge and right association, we will develop the patience. We will not react to the situation immediately. It takes a lot of practice, serious service, serious worshipping the Lord, deity. All these things are required. It enhances our hearing. All the things are meant to enhance our chanting and hearing. These two aspects only. Every other limb is meant for that. Damodar month, Kartik month is coming for that only. Pay attention to distribute the books, pay attention to chant, and pay attention to the kirtan, sankirtan, pay attention to distribute prasadam, pay attention to the service of the Lord, service to Prabhupada, deities, so all this. But chanting and hearing has to go on. This is not my statement. Prabhupada is telling. When somebody is asking, what is Ujja Vrata? Prabhupada is telling, yes, 24 by 7, no sleeping, no eating, nothing. Just simply chant, 24 by 7. Prabhupada said so. Is it possible? I don't know. The devotee is telling. So, Prabhupada said, so these two things is there in the conversation. So, you'll find it. If you search for Urja Vrata, Prabhupada is giving two instructions there. When it will start also, Prabhupada is saying. So that's how we take whatever Prabhupada says, there is a significant value and potency, the power is there. So then naturally we will get the result, right result. Perfection will happen if you follow it. Man and woman should live together as householders in relation with Krishna, only for the purpose of discharging duties in the service of Krishna. So that's why we have to mold life in that way, slowly, gradually. The other person is not want to follow, we can't force it. So we have to leave it up to them, but we have to suggest, we have to try to take them to the association of devotees, sadhus, and see what will happen. We have to wait, we have to be patient. It is not going to turn. We didn't become devotees in the overnight. We have taken our own time, so you can't expect the other partner also is going to become immediately devotee. He is not at the same level as me, he or she. So both sides, we have to look at things in a proper perspective. So we have to leave it to the Lord. We can only try our best, and the rest is up to the Lord. It's not in our hands. You can't demand why this is not happening? I have done so much for you. Then the Lord knows. So we have to wait patiently. Then only proper result will come. That is what Lord Brahma's statement is. Tatyena kampa susamikṣamano bhunjana evatma krutam. One who is patiently executing it for them. That is an act of instruction verse also. Utsaha, Nishya, Dhairya, patience. But most of the time we don't have patience. We want results, right away results. 10 years I am practicing, 30 years I need the result. Prabhupada practiced so long. He is not looking for immediate result. He is simply executing, carrying out his Guru's duty. What will happen? That is up to Guru. We are here to execute Guru's duty, Lord's duty. We are not here to look for what will happen, whether I will go back home, back to God. These kind of questions are not supposed to be asked. What is use? That means we have no faith on Prabhupada, we have no faith on the process, we have no faith on the Lord. Lord is repeatedly telling that I will take care of everything. Still we are reading Bhagavad Gita. Are we not reading? So this is what we have to question ourselves before we ask question. How will I go back home, back to God? Prabhupada is repeating secret of success, secret of success. You will go back home, back to God. And if you chant, if you hear, if you read, then why those questions? That means we are not paying attention to what Prabhupada has to say. We don't have faith. Then it won't work. If that faith, Ashraddha Dhana Purusha Dharma Shastra Parampa Mrityu Samsara Vartamani. Again and again we'll do the same thing. Janma Jara will go on. Because as soon as we don't have faith, that the faith has to be there first. How will you get the faith? The question will come. Sushosho Sabdadhanasya Vasudev Kataruchi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra. Again going back to the same thing. You have to in the right associate. Mahat Sevaya Vipra, then your faith will increase. Until that point, that's why we keep repeating. Prabhupada, don't they just Jai Prabhupada? Read Prabhupada books. Attentively hear from Prabhupada. Then you say Jai Prabhupada, then it has a value. Otherwise, it is only lip service. Do something real service, then you will get the real Jai Prabhupada's meaning and the essence in our life. That is the key message. Here also, Mother Devot is very attentive in hearing, asking submissive questions. Seriously want to get into the reality, Antaranga Bhakti, not Bahiranga Bhakti. She doesn't want to do the show business. She wants to do the real business. And this is the same instruction Kunti Maharani is show. Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj is explaining different angles, speaking in, I think, Silicon Valley about Kunti. Same thing Maharaj is explaining. Because Kunti Maharani has explained all these details, how to cut this. Visvesha Viswatman, 1825, I think. Sneha Pasam Imam Chindi, Pandusu Krishnasu, cut this affection. There Prabhupada is writing elaborately. She wants to broaden. She doesn't want this material affection cause. She was thinking, if I keep my Lord Krishna to stay more time, then what will happen to my Vrishnis? This impartiality and all these things, material things, so much going on. I don't want to deal with it. Let me cut this. That's what she is praying to the Lord, and Prabhupada is talking about that. And then we have to look at now what is the real instruction we get from the most merciful Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is meeting Kurma Brahman. Their clear instructions there, Prabhupada is also writing. So what one should do. So because Kurma Brahman also suggesting that way. So let me come with you. So let me run with you because I have done this material life is so, because it's so anxiety, full of so many things. I don't want to deal with it. Please deliver me from these material clutches. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving instruction, very important instructions. So let us look at that so that we get the real purport and practice it in that way. This is Madhya Leela chapter 7, South India Yatra. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going. प्रभु कहे ऐचे बात कबू ना कहिबे गृहे रही कृष्ण नाम निरंतर लाइबे. Translation by Prabhupada. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, don't speak like that again. Better to remain at home and chant the holy name of Krishna always. He was Grihastha. Purport of Prabhupada. It is not advisable in this age of Kali to leave one's family suddenly, for the people are not trained as proper brahmacharis and grihastha. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised the Brahmana to not to be too eager to give up family life. It would be better to remain with his family and try to become purified by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra regularly under the direction of spiritual master. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is powerful, but are we powerful? Do we have the strength? Are we chanting regularly? Are we chanting consistently? No, we cannot. So that is why we need mercy. We need the spiritual master. We need the sadhu's mercy. We need to follow their instruction. That's why we need Prabhupada's mercy. That's where the key is. That's why always Prabhupada writing under the guidance, under the guidance. again and again, the training. So that is what is the key also. This is the instruction of Sri Chaitanya. It is if this principle is followed by everyone, there is no need to accept sannyas. In the next verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised everyone to become an ideal householder by offenselessly chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Because in the beginning, it's offensive chanting, because we have no attraction, no taste. It is so mechanical. But if you develop the loving devotion service with the Lord and devotees, naturally it becomes clearing stage. Like the sun comes, this fog will go away. As soon as sun is coming up, it hasn't come fully. Still fog will go away. Like that. Same way the clearing stage means trying to chant without offenses. That is still clearing, second stage. The third stage is Suddhanam. One time chanting, we can go back home, back to Godhead. It has the power. But we are not there. We are conditioned. So that's why we need the advanced devotee and spiritual master's mercy. Next verse is also very key. यारे देखो तारे गो कृष्णोपदेश हमारा आज्ञा गुरु हन तारा यदेश purport Prabhupada. This is the sublime mission of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Many people come and inquire whether they have to give up family life to join the society. But that is not our mission. One can remain comfortably in his residence. We simply request everyone to chant the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Even that attentive chanting also will come from the next point. This is if one is little literate, can read Bhagavad Gita as it is and Srimad Bhagavatam, that is so much the better. Because by taking intensive focused chanting and focused reading and focused hearing from Prabhupada and advanced devotees, then naturally our chanting will become better. These works are now available in English translation and are done very authoritatively to appeal to all classes of men. Instead of living engrossed in material activities, people throughout the world should take advantage of this movement and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra at home with their families. One should also refrain from sinful activities, illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and toxin. Out of them, 4 items, illicit sex is very sinful. Every person must get married. Every woman especially must get married. If the woman outnumbers the man, some men can accept more than one wife. In this way, there will be no prostitution in society. If men can marry more than one wife, illicit sex will be stopped. One can also produce many nice preparations to offer to Krishna, grain, fruit, flowers, and milk. So that's it. This is Chaturvida Bhajan Tema we sing in the morning prayers. That's it. These 4 kinds of food has to be offered. Many times I see that some of them are not offered, even though regularly being told. But still, what are we chanting then? In the morning Mangalarati we chant, that is only theory. Where is practical then? So we have to understand these has to be offered regularly. The water is always there, fruits are there, sweet is there. We may be diabetic. We are not eating sweet. That doesn't mean that we don't offer the Lord. So these we have to consider, because who are we doing it for? Are we doing it for ourselves? We don't need to take, but we can give it to others. Lord will take. So in that way, we have to always think. I may not eat those items, but if Lord, I should offer to those items to the Lord. He is not fasting. Ekadasi is not for him. For us, it is Ekadasi. So we should not think, I will only cook Ekadasi items. What will Lord will do? Lord will also fast, has to fast. So this is practical consideration we have to think. Who am I doing it for? The dressing, the cooking, the service, whom am I doing it for? Am I doing it for myself, for my satisfaction? Then it's not bhakti so much. It is karma mishra bhakti. We have to realize that fact. Prabhupada is stressing so much about pleasing the Lord. For his pleasure, for Acharya's pleasure, we have to do everything. Then naturally we can become deeper and deeper, antaranga bhakti. Why should one indulge in unnecessary meat eating and maintain horrible slaughterhouses? What is use of smoking and drinking tea and coffee? There are so many other alternatives. One can utilize it. Herbal tea and so many things we make, so no need to drink with caffeine and all. People are already intoxicated by material enjoyment, and if they indulge in further intoxication, what chance is there for self-realization? That's why time is crucial. So that's why we have to pay attention. Stress has to be given on what is Prabhupada is stressing regularly. What Prabhupada is saying, secret of success, that is where our attention has to go on. 3, 4, 5 things Prabhupada stresses. Regularly, every day, that's what we have to pay attention. Not the things which are not pay attention. Some corner Prabhupada is writing, that should not be the real essence, and every day we try to practice that. That is not what it means. So that's why Prabhupada is right. That verse is there, which Swayam Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj is telling also in the recent class. Siddhanta boliya na chitte kara alas. Yaha haite Krishna lagila sudruda manas. You can't become fixed up if you have not understood the essence of Prabhupada's statements, essence of the Bhagavad Gita, essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. So all these things has to be understood. That's why Vyasanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying everything clearly. What is the essence of Bhagavad Gita? From the Tattva Vichar point of view, Rasa Vichar point, what is the essential verses on Bhagavad Gita, what is the essential verses on Srimad Bhagavatam? All these things are revealed. So that means we have to pay attention to the essence. What is the essence of the scriptures? What is the essence of Srila Prabhupada? The key instructions. So these things has to be understood. We can't just read like a parrot or read whatever way we like, not understanding the real key instructions from Prabhupada's books. This is the sum and bonum of real purpose of human life is to attain the spiritual platform and return to Godhead. This is the sum and bonum of spiritual realization. The Krishna conscious movement is trying to elevate human society to the perfection of life by pursuing the method described by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his advice to the Brahmana Kurma. So that's why we follow. So that's why Krishna Leela equal to Gaur Leela equal to, that means Krishna Leela's instruction. Krishna's instruction is same as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction is same as Prabhupada. Exactly, Prabhupada knows what is to be done, what applies in Kali Yuga, what is our qualification, what is our strength, where we lack. Prabhupada knows exactly. That is what is been extracted and given to us exactly the process to be followed, where the stress has to be given. He knows exactly because he is the pure devotee. So for the time, place, he exactly knows. That's what we have to pay attention, not something else. And then result will be different. If we pay attention to different things, result will be different. We can't become fixed up. We can't perfect life in this life. It will take another lifetime or many more lifetimes. That is, one should stay at home and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and preach the instructions of Krishna as they are given in the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. We have doubts on this. So I should maybe 50 plus years now, Pancha Sordam Vanam Rajat, it is written. But are we at that stage? Are we have the adhikar that? Then did we take permission from Guru? Did Guru sees that we are qualified, we can give up and go? If Guru says, then yes, then we have to think about it. It is not that Guru didn't give, we didn't ask, and then we realize, I have read Shastra. I am now on Shastra Adhikar stage, then I will decide it. I will go take this instruction in my heart and implement it. No, that's not the process. Otherwise, why Prabhupada had to write under the guidance of spiritual, under the guidance of advanced devotee? That means Shastra is speaking for many devotees, many adhikar, many levels of degrees of devotees. It's not meant means Shastra's instruction is everything is applies to me at time, place, and we have to see. That's why we need advanced devotees guidance. Everything has to be understood in a proper perspective. This is the reading. Thus, from one supatana vicharan pranan, scrutinizingly reading and understanding, that is what it means. Thank you very much. We'll stop here already. We're out of time. Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Bhaktan ki jai. Radha Madhava Astasya ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Krishna. We would like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. And we would like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shina Shingo, Jai Shingo, Praladesha, Jaya Padmamuka, Padmapingam. Ugravira Mahavishnu Janam Santam Sarvamakam Narshingam Vishwanam Badram Mityam Namyam. Narsingha Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. One Chapel Pataruba, Sacrifice Hindu Bhayevacha. Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishnavi Vaishnavinda ki jai. Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande.
Hare. Thank you, Krishna Namanda Prabhuji. Thank you, everyone. Hare. Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare.